first few kills they got in their lanes. Let's jump into the champion select for game number 2 of this best of 3 series.
There are still very standard bans available for everybody. Kiana is a very highlight one just because nobody knows the raw damage numbers on her kit. But beyond that, you would also expect a Kali, very strong assassin, as well as the Olaf to be taken off.
Yep, and Kiana's going to be banned out here by Steel Wolves immediately. We saw what that champion can do in the last set that we had. Leah were able to use it effectively to get to victory through XSW after being 10,000 gold behind at 20 minutes in. I don't think we're going to see too many teams get a chance to use that champion anytime soon.
Yeah, it is disgusting just because it can completely take out an ADC and there's not a lot of counterplay to it, as well as the fact that the ultimate means nobody can be standing near walls. Usually people don't think about that, at the very least not yet. Olaf, another one. Wouldn't even be surprised if the counter of the Aatrox is taken off just because they don't really want to play in the top lane.
All the bans so far still 100% picked and banned, except for Jarvan. So Jace can be banned out with Olaf, Kiana, as well as Jarvan.
Yeah, so very final bans. Let's see what gets picked up. Look, I am just surprised that there is no Renekton ban. I mean, this is brave coming out from Steel Wolves to leave it up, even into a bad matchup. It's still not a bad champion, and there's already proof that he can play it and he knows his windows.
Sivir going to be banned out as the final ban. What? Was that banned in the last match? I can't remember.
No, definitely not, because I remember that Sivir is always the go-to ADC at the current meta, but... Okay.
Yeah, you leave the Karma open. That's one of the 100% picked or banned champions so far. Permanently banned till this first match.
Most certainly. Extra slows and extra root as well. She is just such a strong champion. And the most important thing in first rotating her is that you have no idea where she's going. Top, mid, support, she can do it all.
Let's see what AP decide to pick up first. Looks like Nautilus might be their pick of choice. I know you're very excited about this one.
But yeah, but I only like her really into a Yuumi. It denies that pick away, but if you're brave enough, Sly can also go for it regardless.
No kitty cat for you as the Bioshock character decides to come out. See what the second pick is.
Yep.
That's a strong bottom lane if they go for North bot.
Yeah, it is very aggressive, and look, you just need somebody who can, who has that kill potential early on in order to complement the Nautilus. So not even surprised, very good champion. White Wing as well, waning off of the CC champion in the Ashe to go for the Lucian.
Oh, some big picks being left open though. Aurelia is up and available. Steel Wolves might try and snatch that one up. And Karma.
Yep. Look, if this gets locked in, I will be very mad because it completely counters the Lucian, and it means that Nautilus actually has a tough time finding a hook. Yeah, all right, this is going to be the matchup that we can see.
Well, let's see. Karma still could be one of the solo lane champions. 3 different positions you can put her in.
Yep. So we have to slowly count down to see which one of the ones she's not in.
Oh, yeah.
This is very strange because usually we see junglers getting picked up in the first rotation as well. You really going to do this to us?
Oh, Caitlyn, Morgana, bottom lane. And now, I've said this many times before, this is the trap composition of the LST.
Yep.
So many teams have gone for Caitlyn Morgana during the spring split of the LST, but they can't replicate what some of the A tier and S tier leagues have done, which is you take Caitlyn Morgana, you knock down all the outer turrets, and then what? Well, in the C Tour, it's always been, well, we push for inners, and they die. And it's not been very good. It's had a very, very low success rate in the C Tour. Teams just don't know what to do after they take down all the inner turrets with this composition. So maybe it's not going to go into the bottom lane. Maybe it goes into the mid lane. It could be a bit of a shake-up.
Look, you're not wrong. You do go for the inners, but you actually have to do a 4-1 instead of an actual just everybody go to your solo laners once again. If you go for that standard division, it means that your opponents have a much more easy path rotating towards you. So yeah, definitely don't do that. And if you do decide to take down the turrets ultra early to make sure that you have long lanes in every single lane, you need to play towards it by grouping up afterwards. With that, with all of the turret plates as well, though, you would have to expect that YJY counters the trough that Caitlyn gets mid-game.
Rek'Sai is going to be the final ban coming out from AP with Pain Champion of Azir being taken away right away. With Corgi being taken off the table by Steel
Yeah, we
Wolves.
actually get fresh mid lanes now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alpha's champion of Gragas didn't get banned out, and that was picked up very quickly by Armored Project. And of course, the interior Crocodile Alligator is going to be banned out. They don't want Sega to get his hands on that champion, especially with lots of shields being picked up here with Karma.
Yeah, of course. So difficult to deal with. Not going to be able to bust that one away. Knows that he has it in his kit. So now, I'm just very interested that they didn't actually go for the jungler, but there's a rumble.
Bit of a rumble being picked up here by Armored Project.
Yeah. They want to play towards the side that if it is, of course, a Karma in the top lane, you could still push towards her. One of the downsides is that if she uses a Q to wave clear, she can't use it on you. And that is really her primary source of poke onto you. So Rumble pushing it very hard into a turret is going to be one of the hardest ways to counter a top Karma.
Well, Vansu going straight back towards the Heck Room as his pick of choice in the jungle.
Yep.
And Evil Riven might be picked up here.
All right, so move it down into
Evil Riven's been picked up.
At the very least, they have the counter pick, and they can safely counter pick it into the Karma. But is this really it? I don't think.
Hey, he's a 5-cost champion on Teamfight Tactics, okay?
Yeah. And he works with any comp. Just put him on the side.
Exactly. Just put him on the side, let him go 0-9, and he'll carry the game later on.
I'm not a fan.
I am.
If they lock it in...
Pick it, Potato! Hey! No, okay, that's good too. I'm okay with this. Ninjas are great.
All right. I like this one. I like this one coming in, and only one
He's
ninja.
Going for it. You got to be kidding me.
I didn't like the Yasuo, because once he dashes in, he's almost guaranteed to get rooted down by Karma's W. But now, with the Zed, who gets the time to be rooted down? We can just 100-0 her.
Well, Raphael's gone for a spicy pick in the mid lane of Zed being locked in as his champion of choice. Gragas in the jungle for Alves with Sega picking up Rumble in the top lane. Lucian, Nautilus, bottom side of the map. Steel Wars going for the Caitlyn Morgana composition. Karma being picked up in the mid lane by Pain. 100% pick to ban so far. Vansu going for Heckroom and Evil Riven in the top lane.
Once again, it's a safe lane in top lane. All you have to do is dodge out the first Q, and then you have a good time dodging out the subsequent ones against the Yasuo. Against Aatrox, sorry. But as soon as he gets that onto you, then it should swing towards the side of the Aatrox. So constantly watch for Vansu to be hovering around the top side of the map.
Well, we're going to jump onto Summoner's Rift for game number 2 of this best 3 series. It's going to be Armored Project taking on Steel Wolves. 1-0 currently to Armored Project. Oh, it feels so good to be back in the Sea Tour here. I mean, GPL and the Sea Tour has notoriously been, one of the shorter regions in terms of length of time of competitive play since the inception of GPL. Fun fact, Garena Premier League was the first ever fully professional League of Legends league.
Wow.
By that meaning every single player that used to play in the GPL in the first 2 seasons of the league was 100% salaried.
Wow. That is ridiculous.
And
they're trendsetters.
Yeah, and we also have the oldest player to ever play a professional match in the league at the age of, I believe, 49 or 39? I can't remember.
49.
Oh, well, he's above 30 at least.
He's above 30?
I can find out.
That's still
for
ridiculous.
You.
I mean, we don't have too many oldies in esports. So
Let me do a quick search
at the
for
very
you.
least, not in LoL esports. I think the average age is much lower than other esports titles, but still, yeah, it is pretty crazy to say that somebody over 30 played in a competitive game.
Yeah, well, it wasn't wasn't the best of matches. This is back when Taipei, Hong Kong, Macau was a part of the GPL, and it was Team Machi, who you would now know as a, Machi is one of the players in the, one of the teams in the LMS. He's currently 46, so he would have been about 41 when he played his professional match. Machi, unfortunately, couldn't field one of their players on the day, and on the same day, one of their players had a competitive ruling against them, so they had to use their only sub left on the roster, which was the owner, Machi Big Brother, also known as a big hip-hop star in Taiwan.
Props to him. I'm not going to ask how he did, but just the fact that he did it alone, you got to give him a lot of praise for that. I mean,
well, look. We don't talk about how well he played.
I'm just going to say my dad's around that age and he still doesn't know what League of Legends is, and I cast it for a living.
To be fair, he's gold, okay? To be fair, he's gold. This is before ranked requirements came in. I gave him a run for his money in the support position. He wasn't the reason for the team's loss, but some fun facts about the GPL, actually.
Yeah, of course. So Yeah, no, that's a very nice history coming into this. A very old and seasoned history, especially with the trend setting. I like it.
It's also been a very dynamic region. For example, right now in the Sea Tour, we would consider Thailand to be the strongest region due to Mega being so potent. You know, they've won the past few GPL and LST titles. As Sega and Azure just go for a bit of a top lane brawl. But in the first season of GPL, Thailand had the longest losing streak in a competitive season. Do you want to guess how long that went for?
Oh, I don't know. I guess like maybe half the split? No, half a split?
36 games.
Wow.
Yeah, very long losing streak coming out from the Bangkok Titans, a team that's gone to the World Championship.
The Bangkok Titans.
And at the same time, this is when the Taipei Assassins were playing in the league after the World Championship won.
Okay, that's
and
fair
the GPL put an official bounty on the Taipei Assassins. Every game that the Taipei Assassins win increased the bounty by, I think, about 100 USD.
Yeah.
Guess which team took the bounty?
I have no idea. Was it?
Bangkok Titans breaking their loss streak, killing them. Sega now in some trouble. Alves going to try and charge forward. Vansu very low. Steel Wolves in some trouble. First blood go to Sega. Can he get out of this one? Azure going to dash forward. The scrap shield comes through. Pain is here, however. Alves going to try and brawl through this one. No. There they go. Raphael is in on Zed. Doesn't able to get over that wall. We'll head back to base, but still 2 kills being picked up by Armor Project.
And that was so close. Imagine what would have happened if Sega actually had Conqueror or something else.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, White Wing getting some good damage there. Going to be able to take one down. Slides control. Potato with the flash hook for the double kill. Bioshock comes out big.
Has no patience either. Doesn't even want the potential black shield
to
come back up from cooldown.
What's going on, Raphael?
You know, where did he stay?
Hey, you listen to me, Zed. You can't do that when we're not looking at you, because I want to see you kill people.
What is that? That's even before Ultimate Fish. So he didn't even have the extra burst. But more importantly, what was Pain doing standing there? He was just chipped down so low.
Oh, here we go. Top lane. Azure's got no flash available. Alves going to look for a nice big body slam. Slows him down as well. Red buff is sticking. Sega going to try and burn him alive. Alves does get pulled backwards, but they just can't find the last bit of 100 damage. Meanwhile, Vance in the bottom lane is going to be able to pick up a shutdown on towards the Nautilus. White Wing's in trouble as well. The Horsey's going to try. No! He put down a ward! He put down a ward and attacked the pig. I wish that killed him. I wish that killed him. It would have been so good. Oh, don't recall there, you Muppet. He's just going to come in and charge on your face.
Oh, no.
Actual Muppet.
Wait, he's going to get it back.
Oh, yeah, he got it. Someone cue the music. Da, 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 da.
I am in disbelief.
That was beautiful.
That was such a good early game from AP, and then it became significantly less good after that last fight. Still in their favor, but...
Welcome to the League of Legends Sea Tour Summer Split, where we have more kills than we actually have minutes in the game.
Man, why did they stay? That's my question to about half these players in the game right now. You got out, or you even made a good play for yourself. But why do you overstay in these situations?
Oh, this is what I love about the Sea Tour. They just want to go for a good old fighter, because if you can't out-macro them, you can just out-fight them. Meanwhile, Sly looking for a nice Dark Binding, doesn't connect. Alves is just accepted his fate, goes and tries to take away a few of these Raptors. Smites just to try and get some health back. Running around the map.
Wait a second.
He's just buying some time. Nothing. Oh, look at the fat man go! He's just falling his way to victory, but gets hit by the Dark Binding, not able to go any further forward.
Yeah, he actually juked himself because he wanted to go backwards.
He was waddling! He was doing these ones! Fuck.
He actually got the free time to channel that, but now the ulti.
Pain in some trouble. Raphael jumps off in there, goes to pop, and then... Oh, what the... What are you doing?! He had too big brain for himself. He big-brained himself right there. I can't believe it.
Fish, I'm speechless.
We've got 2 kills a minute right now. We've got up to a good start.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure...
Not bad. Nice size.
Yeah. Not bad. Good size, yeah. A lot of these kills are actually people outplaying themselves.
Oh, big brain. That's 6,000 IQ.
Yeah. Very questionable. So I'm just going to forget all of this happened. Let's start the analysis now.
Look at him go. I like the... What? Have they changed Gragas's walk animation?
Maybe it's just a skin.
No, I have. This is one of the first skins I ever bought, a Squire Gragas.
And has he always looked this way?
No, he's never waddled this way. It looks fantastic.
Now you know.
Looks like an actual boss.
Yeah.
I like this. Big boss Gragas.
There you go. And stealing away.
Pain's rotating over. Alves got to be a bit careful here.
No ultimate on Alves.
They're going to spot him out now, so they spot out Pain. He's going to throw out his Drunken Rage to just try and mitigate some of this damage. Vansu is here as well, so Sega's going to be pulled back in. They're going to try and turn on this one. Ultimate coming out from Rumble. They turn on towards him quickly. Sega picking up that first kill. Now locked underneath the turret. Alves, can he get out of this one alive? Vansu's chasing. He doesn't get the slow, but he sidesteps it instead. Look at the fat man waddle. Look at him waddle, Reacher. He's trying his hardest. He gets the slow. Vansu's going to charge. Can he dash away? No, he can't. What is going on?
Yeah, I'm not going to get a chance to actually analyze anything this game at my fish. This is absolute chaos coming in from these teams. Fights lasting so long that everybody could join in.
Ultimate comes out. Colling's going to come through as well, standing on the tip of the Caitlyn trap. Whitewing's able to pick up a kill for himself. 16 kills, 8 minutes in.
That's it. It's only a root. It's not a stun. So Whitewing was still firing through all of that process. And now they're back. They learnt their lesson and they're back.
Oh my God, what's going on? Taking stock of things. There's 1,000 gold lead to Armor Project. Oh my God, he's going in! Pain's in so much pain right now. One more kill will be enough. He pops, he gets the ignite, but here comes the horsey. Charges on it and pulls one back for his team.
But in all honesty, Vansu is running up a storm in this jungle. He is everywhere that he needs to be.
Vansu's just going, if everyone wants to just die, I will kill them. You want to live with 10 hit points? I will kill you too. 5, 2, and 2.
He's looking around the map. As soon as there's a fight, he goes to it.
Top lane as well. But look at this. Alves is close by as well. Sega is currently overheating. Alves needs to, he needs to get them away from this one. Good flash away coming up from Sega. Zero's been able to heal up enough hit points to disengage from this fight.
Yep, Predator as well.
Again, he's just going da-da-da-da-da. I'm Gragas.
This is ridiculous, but Potato's here, so he actually wants to find something.
This is disgusting.
Bad angle, though. He can't find anything from this angle.
No blast cone means Vansu can't get over this wall.
Oh no, Azul walks forward into a ward. No!
Oh, well, guess who's dead right now? Hello! My name is Bioshock. Gonna lock him down. Ultimate comes out from Sega as well. Very simple pickup coming out from Alves.
Oh, guess who's
Baited
back?
and outsmarted.
Guess who's back with a brand new ward? Right up there. Potato roams up, but this gives a little bit of space for Steel Wolves to go forward. Why slice here? Oh!
Good flash away from that Dark Binding. Pulled an Aframu, tried to jump, like flash straight on him to get the Dark Binding down right away.
Yep, because you can't dodge it if it is literally on top of your head, but instead, Whitewing walks forward, not to the right. Saves his own life.
Don't step in the trap, you muppet. Don't do that.
Wait, there wasn't a headshot.
Yeah, no, you decided not to, but you just don't do it in general.
Yeah, I mean, like, it resets your auto attack animation, but still, he was just like, no, I don't actually want to take it. It's free damage, but don't want it.
Vance is going to make use of this lull in the action. 10 minutes in, 19 kills to pick up a Rift Herald for himself.
Can't believe there is actually a lull in the action, Fish, but now with that Rift Herald, whatever gank is next, you would surely expect that the turret falls as well. Actually, not that many turret plates are chipped down.
You watch. Like, Raphael's going to hit a double shuriken again against Pain, and it's going to be like, well, we're killing him.
You're absolutely correct. I mean, like, the Caitlyn Morgana pickup was mainly for taking down these turret plates, but only one plate down for their entire team by 11 minutes, 3 minutes left.
Being held very well by Armored Project.
I don't know if it's being held or if it's just because everybody's killing everybody all the time.
No. Potato. Same thing. Raphael's got no hit points. He's got to be a little bit respectful at least. Pain not able to push far forward enough to lock down that Zed.
Yeah, as long as you got more than 1 HP as an assassin, you're good to go.
That's not how this goes.
Just wait for Karma to actually run out of cooldowns. But of course, it's going to be difficult because she's already got the Sapphire Crystal for herself. Got the Seeker's Arm Guard for the simple protection.
Potato and Sly both have their Moby boots now, so you'll see them zooming around the map.
It's not actually that difficult. Now that they're actually trying to play the game known as League of Legends, they're getting some vision control for their team. This will open up an avenue for Vansu to come into the bottom lane. I mean, take a look at that. While all of that action was happening, we were laughing. He actually got 5 kills for himself, so he could actually one-shot Whitewing if Potato decides to jump forward with his hook. It means that there's no defense on the Lucian.
Lots of teams are trying to posture for this Mountain Drake. AP were hovering over the blast cone there. There is a ward just down here, but if they go over the side of the Dragon Pit, not going to be able to do much. There we go, jumper straight in. Great use of the spell shield, but not going to be enough. That's one fallen down immediately. Zed comes down and cleans up the second. 2 kills going the way of Armor Project.
And everybody is going to be focusing down the bottom lane, Fish. This is going to be very influential for them. But Raphael actually wants to go back to the mid lane. Got his ultimate. You know what his eye's on.
Oh, he could try kill Pain again.
Yeah. Good.
Or Karma.
Good try. Could definitely try. But Karma will probably happen. She's got to the point where her shield is big enough that she can walk away from the Zed without any sort of reprieve.
Teleport bot lane though. Pain is going to try and charge down this bot. He didn't kill this dragon in time, so Potato is stuck here with White Wing. Shutdown coming out. Sega going to join this fight. He whiffs his ultimate. That's a very bad ultimate coming out from Sega's Rumble. Not going to connect with anybody, and just like that, AP just loses members left and right. Vansu going to try and jump on top of Raphael. Good damage. Vansu, oh my god, Raphael with the double kill. Looking for more. Pain's in a lot of trouble as well. Alves tries to jump back in, but Azure able to get that shutdown. What is going on?
It was so good for Steel Wolves, but the one thing that went in the favor of AP is the fact that they killed the Hecarim.
Stop his recall. Oh, he's going for the kill.
Oh, he actually wants
oh my god, Gragas is going for the kill. He tries to heal back up. Good damage coming out, but look at that. Karma just says, I'm Karma. I heal so much. Stop it.
Unfortunately, didn't have the raw burst damage down, and Alves has to waddle his way out of there. I was going to say the one good thing that came out of AP playing in the bottom side was that they killed Vansu. So no Rift Herald, no turret plates, and now it's going to expire without any gold being collected.
Oh, he could still drop it. It's still available for a little bit longer.
Yeah, but turret plates are gone now.
That's true. He can still drop the Rift Herald. It's still worth something. 800 to 640 in terms of turret plates taken by both these teams. Only about 500 gold separating the two, so no big impact so far.
Nothing to really write home about, but like we were talking about, it is definitely a fiesta all around. Oh, Potato can see him. He can't. No, he can't. Black Shield.
Oh, he didn't get it in time. Good Black Shield's able to stop that one. Potato just going to be able to kill this one nice and easy. Hits the eye, but still gets a good charge damage, but doesn't kill the turret.
Yep, so now they just have to let YJY be a Caitlyn and actually get the latent shots down onto the turret. Still, in this 2v2 matchup, you'd have to assume that the shove goes to the Caitlyn, but the kill potential still goes towards the AP bot.
Yeah, especially with Nautilus's E dealing enough damage to break through shields. Means that Black Shield doesn't matter too much if he's able to land his skills in succession. Vansu, though, now on the top side map. But here's Alves as well. White takes a nudge. Oh, you don't charge your ultimate right there, YJY. Slide taking a lot of damage. Vansu's going to charge underneath the turret, taking a lot of damage himself. White still very healthy. Good charge coming out. But there's Raphael for the clean up the backlines. Locks down Sly. YJY very low. Shutdown coming out towards Karma. Is Pain able to pick that one up, looking for a nice big empowered Q to try and lock them down. Potato taking some damage. He's going to hook him underneath the turret, locks him down as well. Slow down. White Wing going forward, flashes on his head. Alves gets that kill. Body bop in towards YJY. White Wing, he's going to be able to get one. Potato underneath the turret, gets the other one. Big fight, top lane going in favor of Armor Project.
Outplayed by AP, and they are punishing the ruthless aggression from Steel Wolves. Steel Wolves want to use their early game in order to get these turrets, because that is the best way that they can actually transition Caitlyn into the mid game. But every single time they step a little bit too far forward, everybody on the side of AP collapses, and they keep on pulling further and further away with the lead. We checked in before, not a lot, but now more than 2k gold lead. It's starting to get to the tipping point. Not quite there yet, but Caitlyn is certainly falling off.
1-4-1 Caitlyn, Infinity Edge and Zeal being picked up so far. Good damage onto the mid lane out of turret coming out from Aatrox. But Armor Project are brawling very effectively, using Raphael around the map. He was that last scrappy team fight.
Yeah, this is the last portion of it as well, when Potato turns his head and actually reverses onto Pain, picks up the kill onto the Karma thanks to Alves as well. But now that they're walking forward, what happens, Potato? Why are you coming back in? Ignite, wait for the cooldown, and then hook once more.
Exactly the same time as the shield comes back up, so really well played. Mid lane out of turret is going to fall down here though, so first turret is going to go the way of Steel Wolves.
Eventually, but take a look at the builds for both of these two ADCs. Infinity Edge build is very slow to ramp up, whereas on the other side, Blade the Ruin King, Power Spike. Next item is Essence Reaver, also going to be another Power Spike. This Lucian is looking so much stronger in the get-go already.
Karma picked up the Luden's Echo in the mid lane. Seeker's Arm Guard is also picked up, so also going towards his Oni's Hourglass next. more Mount Mordius already complete for them. Oh, YJY. Oh, he's got jumped on. That's some good damage coming out from him. YJY gets popped, but they do trade back 1 for 1. That's not something you want to see if you're an AD carry.
Yeah, but got a kill was worth. That's all that Raphael is saying. And look, he's donating money over to the Caitlyn, but he's getting money for himself. And he'll always be able to assassinate Caitlyn at every part of the game.
If I can always assassinate Caitlyn, I'm always assassinating Caitlyn. I don't know what you want from me.
You're doing your job
now. Being locked down here, does have the dash to try and get over the wall. Flashes away. Well done. Alves knocks him back, doesn't get him over, but straight on top of the Rumble. Equalizer shut down to Alves inside of Steel Wolves jungle.
Yeah, killing the Caitlyn is always worth because you're just sitting her further and further behind from her late game spike, and you are allowing White Wing in comparison to be such a stronger AD carry. So just wait for the next back. You would imagine Boots and also that Essence Reaver. That is the point at which AP are actually going to be proactive instead of waiting for SW to walk into their turrets.
They're going to try and start up Mountain Drake. Azure's teleport's not going to be up in time. Vansu charging up towards Sega at the bottom lane. Uses Ignite as well. Flashes away from the ultimate. Dodge. Oh, doesn't dodge the Dark Binding. So this turns back into a 4-on-4. No ultimate available for Vansu. Raphael takes away the Dragon. Good slow coming out from Pain. Sniper shot comes out from YJY. Vansu wanted to charge back in, but at the end of the day, it's just a single trade in favor of Mountain Dragon picked up by AP.
So far, you got to say, beautiful play coming out from Sly. Hasn't got the score to really reflect it. However, his Qs, when they hit, they are really great to see. And picking up those advantages for themselves, even though the Drake went over to AP, the onus is on AP whenever they get this Mountain Drake to see just how many objectives they can get with
Raphael, you don't face Shook Brushes.
Oh, no.
Number one rule of League of Legends is there's a Garen in every brush. You don't do that.
But it was so close to the turret.
You've got a shuriken. You throw the shuriken in. If you hear the sh sound, you've hit someone, and oh no, my spider senses are tingling.
But if you throw your shuriken, they're not there. How do you walk into the next brush? You got a cooldown. Just wait for the shuriken. Yeah, that's difficult. I mean, I'm going to call it when I see it.
You've got to trust your Peter Tingle. You've got to trust your Peter Tingle.
That is way too close to call.
Oh, ultimate going to come out here from Sega Azure. Taking some damage underneath the turret. Pops his own ultimate. White Wing's going to try and charge on him, but he's a little bit far behind. Lucian gets one kill for himself. Fades away with the culling.
That is it. That is the Aatrox nerf that we see on 9.14. Can't res after he gets the kill and gets taken down by White Wing. Good on the Lucian to actually notice that, because usually when ADCs see that, they want to back out as soon as they can.
He's able to trade 1 for 1, top lane for top lane, but Steel will still pick up a turret for themselves, finally pulling the lead back in their favor. 1,000 gold up. Pings are going over towards Baron. I don't know what to make of this.
I mean, they want to fight around it. They want to get some vision dominance from that area, and they want to potentially use it as a bait. But Vansu...
Here comes Speed Risa. Oh, doesn't get it. Slide, though. Tries to thread the needle. Headshot, double headshot to White Wing. Oh, good damage on towards the AD carry. Vansu going to try and charge on him. Body Bop's going to protect him. White Wing in the backlines. Gets jumped on. He gets killed. Vansu's going to fall shortly after. Raphael with some good damage. Sega in the backlines dodges away from Pain's abilities. There we go. Raphael going to try and jump on YJY. Good damage. It's going to be enough to get the pop. Doesn't get the pop on towards him. He lives through that damage. Armored. I'm going to have to try and back away from this one because Project don't really have enough damage anymore. YJY on the backside. Raphael going to try and deter them away from this one. Potato locking them down. Not going to be able to live through this one as Steel Wolves fight successfully against the over-aggression coming out from Armor Project.
Yeah, and now Azure is chasing even further. Pain slowing.
Sega going to try and jump in. Raphael wants to dash back in. Where he goes in for the fight. Azure, though, with the double kill, and Steel Wolves come up big.
That is it. That is exactly what we were expecting. The mid-game rolls around, and the Aatrox in the team fights with his CC AoEs. Yeah, they're just too much to handle. Completely chases down the opponents in AP, and he picks up a double kill. I mean, the second one, Raphael walking back in, questionable, but the very first one, well earned.
Look, very sloppy fights coming out from Armor Project there. There was no reason to overextend. Now Steel Wolves are going to try and force a Baron as pings are coming out from Armor Project. I don't know if they've got enough time to get this. No one is getting there. Already at half health. Alva's going to be able to get there nice and quick. Could potentially go for a steal. White Wing's here as well. This is going to be a very close fight. Alves does get locked out with a Dark Binding. I don't know where he is. There goes the Collings, taking him down very low. Potato going to go to the wall. They're going to jump over. It's going to be a smite battle. He kills Sly. Baron is low. Taken away by Steel Wolves. And they're going to clean house with Armored. Oh my god.
I cannot believe it. 2 members missing on AP. Everybody who went into the pit actually died. But that was such a good play from AP. It just didn't come into fruition. And with lower numbers, that's what you expect to happen.
They should have waited. There was no reason to push in while Baron was beyond smite hit point. Just all it did was gave Steel Wolves an opportunity to turn on them, and now it's going to be Baron being picked up by Steel Wolves, a 3,000 gold lead picked up just from Baron alone.
Yeah, it's not often that I say this, Fish, but I completely agree with you. You even had the cask in there to give you the vision of Baron HP. There was no excuse at all for jumping over prematurely.
So open the door wide open for Steel Wolves now with a 6,000 gold lead over Armored Project. Raphael still very big on this Zed, but everyone else from the side of Steel Wolves coming online. Vansu with 11 kills.
Whew. That is quite a number.
It's a big pony.
Yeah, more importantly for the Hecarim as well, take a look at the way that he's built. He hasn't actually opted for any movement speed in his runes, only got the Trinity Force to make himself faster. This is a battle pony more than it is an assassination pony. Now, once again, everybody is trying to group around the bottom side of the map. Naturally, the next Drake is the biggest thing to fight around, but still, with that Baron buff available, 2 minutes.
Oh, Raphael able to dash back away as you're taking a lot of damage. Hook doesn't connect. That's a big one. Great ultimate coming out from Rumble. They're going to go for
Raphael!
The fight. Big ultimate coming out from Vansu. Raphael's going to go down. Aatrox going to turn in return. Whiteway's going to fall next. Pain now going to try and join this fight. And that is Steel Wolves team fight. Big Ace going to come out on towards Armored Project as Steel Wolves wipe the floor with the Indonesian squad.
I do not believe it. The Caitlyn went right into the middle of everybody in that team fight, but still managed to live. Combined between the shields that Karma gave her and also the Morgana, she managed to lifesteal through all of that so comfortably. And it was a complete whitewash from the beginning.
Armour Project just lost sight of everything they needed to do to secure this game. Steel Wolves took that and said, you know what? We're going to play the way we're meant to play with this composition after all. Baron buff knocking down on 2 inhibitor turrets. Armour Project don't have much to rest on anymore.
And you know what? Ever since laning phase ended, I remember that Zed was beelining for the Caitlyn whenever the cooldown was available. What happened? Caitlyn's on a killing spree.
Oh, they're going to go for a big fight here once again. Vance are going to try and jump in. YJY is unstoppable. Raphael's going to fall next. Azure wants to continue pushing. Potato's going to go down. Final inhibitor's going to be taken down. That should be all they wrote. Steel Wolves, 24 minutes in. Marching on towards the Nexus. Armour Project really dropping the ball in the mid-game. And Steel Wolves capitalize here. Brawl heavy match. We're at a total of 60 kills 24 minutes into the game. And it's going to be a Steel Wolves victory in game number 2.
That is it. SW with a huge victory coming into this game. It didn't look that great in the early game, but then again, AP just couldn't use the advantages they built for themselves over and over and over again. I mean, I have to reiterate it. Zed going for the Caitlyn, great in the mid game. But then what happened? How did she manage to actually get ahead? Why wasn't he focusing her in the team fights?
Man, some crazy plays happening in that last match. Lots of big, heavy brawls taking place as well. Hats off to Steel Wolves commanding during the mid-game, and it's now all tied up 1-1 apiece in this best-of-3 series.
Yeah, now we've got to see how the last meta adapts, but we still got this game to break down. I mean, there was some very crucial fights happening. I say that as a little bit of a joke. It was kind of a fiesta in the early part, and I kind of didn't actually want to talk about it, but one of the important parts was that Vansu came out of it with 5 kills by the end. Yeah.
5 kills. I mean, Vansu was just all over the place, picking up lots of kills on Hecarim, was a big force to be reckoned with during those team fights. But I just feel that Armored Project were getting so many good skirmishes, and every time they got 2 to 3 kills, they're just like, why not more?
The problem was that everything was very heavily very heavily telegraphed. So we're actually going to check out the last team fight to make sure of what happened. It's Azure that's walking forward in the Rumble ultimate, doesn't even care. Check out where YJY is. Deletes Raphael before Raphael even performs his duty, pretty much taking him down. And then he walks forward, actually getting blasted in by the cast, but then the Karma gives her a shield, and she's free firing. Everybody else is turning their heads towards the back of the team fight, but still, way too late, YJY just managed to capitalize.
Yeah, YJY at this point is just way too strong on the Caitlyn. A couple of auto attacks was enough to take down Raphael. Raphael really needs to get the jump onto him in order to take him out before the fight started, but I mean, they left Karma open. They showed what Karma can do as well. We're going to take a look at that final team fight, which was that this was the Hail Mary play.
Yeah, this was it. This is exactly what they imagined. And yeah, it gets you an inhibitor, but it doesn't get you much more than that. However, when the respawn timers really hit and they really start to funnel into Steel Wolves once again, this is it. This is how they actually won. Potato is the instigator of this engage. Yeah, you can see Pain. That's really nice. And he actually wants to go for it. Vansu's off on the side, is actually running around at this moment. White Wing, though, man, he is not with the rest of his team, gets caught out.
Tries to sidestep away, then you see Dark Biting to Caitlyn Trap. That's just all she wrote for a White Wing.
That's it. You naturally expected. No ADC into it either. Next target is Raphael. Just a couple of shots is all you need. No damage anymore. Go forward.
That's all they wrote. I mean, Steel Wolves just easily march on towards the Nexus right after that. Yeah. I mean, again, Armor Project felt like they had control of the early game. They had the gold lead, you know, fluctuating between 4,000. But then they got into some great skirmishes and just were like, well, let's try and take more. And it's like, no, it's where you disengage. We take what you got.
A lot of those skirmishes did feel like they lasted for about a year, though, Fish. And that is really dangerous when you got a Hecarim on your enemy team, because all of a sudden he can start charging up. Didn't I even take Predator that game, but he didn't even need Predator. As soon as he sees the enemy team grouping on one side of the map, he's like, okay, I have about 30 seconds to waddle my way there, all right? Actually walks his way from whatever camp he's doing and gets the kill.
Well, you can see the fluctuation in that match. It was Armor Project hovering over, you know, close to a 3,000 gold lead for majority of the game. And then it was blown wide open by Steel Wolves. And as soon as they got it, they took Baron. Armor Project threw right there and then giving them an additional 4,000 gold at Baron buff. And it was just a big snowball lead from then on out.
Everybody says don't chase the Singe, but I'm being honest here. There is no way that you actually want a team fight with an Aatrox that spikes in the mid game when you actually get towards it. Sure, you have a Rumble on your team. However, his ultimate cooldown is very long. You win one fight, Aatrox wins about 3 in that time.
And it's going to be Vansu on his Hecarim that's going to pick up the MVP of that game. Rightfully so, he was cleaning up lots of kills in the early game.
Of course, and he was also instigating a lot of those plays as well. Keep your mind on his ultimate. I mean, he was using it to be the primary engage tool for his team a lot of the time as well.
Well play coming out from Vansu. Fantastic MVP match. Steel Wolves pulled it back from the brink. It's now tied up 1-1 between both Steel Wolves as well as Armored Project in the second game that we have here in the regular season of the summer split of the LST.
And I guess that's what happens when you ban off a Renekton, right? I mean, that one looked really strong in game number 1. Will we see a ban of the Hecarim?
You got to take Karma away. You can't give Karma.
I would have to say that the Karma is, of course, one of the MVPs. Even though she didn't have a stellar scoreline, managing to give the speed to the Hecarim and also the survivability and the shield to the Caitlyn as well, it was too hard to deal with.
It's just the utility coming into these prolonged team fights that we see so much of. So Karma 100% picked and banned so far was let slip through towards Steel Wolves, and it's now tied up 1-1 in this best of 3 series. So it's all down to this final game, not only for this series but also for the night. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back with the last game in just a bit.